Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Scarlet with Scarlet's Little Crafty Corner, and today we're going to do a kidding up slash whip and chat slash I'm going to show y'all some of my completions because I've not shown any completions in a couple months. Yeah, I did not realize that. I have been busy. And I just completely forgot to do any post reviews. So, before I get into anything, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I try to, say thank you and welcome everyone in at the beginning of my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I have seen a lot of new subscribers, and I hope you all stay, because I've got some really cool stuff coming down the pipe for y'all to see. I've got a couple of new company reviews. I have got, I wouldn't call them sneak peeks, but yeah, something like that. So y'all might just want to stay tuned and keep an eye out on my channel. But for the new people, thank you, hello, welcome. Just to let you know, I do diamond painting. I do occasionally do a whip and chats. I do post reviews. I do a lot of unboxings. And some of my unboxings are for Amazon reviews. Okay. Now, I don't want to call myself an influencer because I am no influencer. But I do have an affiliate link and stuff for Amazon, and I will do reviews for their products, but the only ones that I show on this channel are the ones that has anything to do with crafts. Okay, if it is not a craft related item, it goes on my other YouTube channel, which the link to that will be in the description box if you do want to go see what else I review. That will be like anything, like it could be shampoo, it could be tools, it could be lawnmower parts. It's just all over the board. That stuff is in the other YouTube channel, which the link will be in the description box for you to check out. And I don't have very many subscribers over there, so feel free to go subscribe. And if you are just passing through here, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a nickel. Not one darn cent. So, yeah. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, do all the YouTubey things. And everybody that has a YouTube channel, y'all check out their description boxes, because that holds a wealth of information that some might want. So always go and check everyone's description box. So I was going to talk to y'all real quick about the Facebook group, Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0. Y'all, I've got to put some lotion on my hands. We are doing some really fun events, y'all. And if you are not participating in these events, you're missing out. I am telling you, you are. We have had so many people joining. We've got a lot of new people, and we have got, if y'all go check out the featured box in the, it's a word, is what it is. And you just click on the darn word featured at the top of the Facebook group. And it's going to take you and show you the event that is going on at that time. Plus, we have got a calendar in there that's going to show you every event for the year that we're doing. It's going to tell you what the event is, who's hosting that event, and it also, if they are a YouTuber, it also has a link to their YouTube channel. That way you can go subscribe to their channel and you can get all the facts straight from their mouth, okay? But you can post your canvas pictures in the group. But, now here's the big but. This diamond painting group is for the themed events only, okay? We are not like any other group. A lot of the other groups, they just, you just post whatever you want to post, when you want to post, who cares? Nobody's monitoring it. You get good stuff in there, you get bad stuff in there. That's not this group, okay? Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 is for themed events only. So, each month, one of you, whoever wants to do an event, you are the one who comes up with the event. For example, right now we have got Disney going on with Laura, the crafty Chef Laura. And then her co-host is Nancy, which is Pampered with Diamonds. And all of their links are going to be in my description box so that you can go check them out, okay? So, they're doing Disney in the group right now. And that's all it is. It's just they're doing trivia questions in the group so that you can participate in that. It's all about Disney, so any canvas that has anything to do with Disney, that's what we're doing. Laura and Nancy are doing different things on their channels. I think Laura is taking us down, well, she's taking us on trips, is what she's doing. And we are going, every one of her videos, we have gone to a different Disney place, okay? With Nancy, she's doing games, she's doing trivia, she is doing, she's got a lot going on. So y'all go check out their YouTube channels. So next month, okay, I'm not going to go through the whole month or the whole year. They are linked in my description box. I have got all of that in my description box. Y'all go look, go to Facebook, join the group, answer the 3 questions so that you are approved to join, and then start having fun. Okay, so next month is August, and there is going to be 2 events next month. The first event is going to be Harvest and Home, and that is Arietta, and she is the Crafty Witch UK, and she is doing Harvest and Home. That's what she wanted to do, and it is anything that is fall related, or dried flowers. It's just different things. Go to her channel. She has already made a video letting you know what she is asking for. Okay? The second event, let me get a drink. Y'all, I've got allergies apparently. And they are kicking my butt as far as my voice. I start sounding like an old man talking. Okay. So the Mykathon is going to be held by JeniRose, or she goes by JeniRose Designs, but she is also, her name is Jennifer Heim, and she has got, well, actually, she's got 2 Facebook groups. She has got her Mykathon Facebook, and then she's got her her designs that she does, and you can go check her out and get all the info on all of that. But the Mykathon is a Mykajelena event. She is asking that everyone must have a licensed kit, whether it is coloring book, coloring pages, puzzles, diamond paintings. They have to be licensed Mykajelena kits, okay? She is doing giveaways, so you need to go check out her Facebook. She does not have a YouTube channel. She is strictly doing this through her Facebook and our Facebook. She's going to do it in both Facebooks. So, y'all go check her out, sub to her, join our Facebook group. It's all going to be fun. Okay, so that is all I got to say about the Facebook group. Like I said, you can go to my description box, and I have got everybody listed from now till November on who's doing what, where, and when. Okay? And y'all are gonna have to get these hashtags correct. They have got certain hashtags for each event. Those are the hashtags you need to use. If you use anything other than the hashtag that the creator host is using, your stuff, your pictures are gonna be floating out there. Who knows who's gonna see them or where they're at, because we're not gonna see them. You've got to get the hashtags right, okay? So you can go to the featured section in the Facebook group and you can see them also, okay? That's all I got to say about all that. So, if you are still with me, thank you, because that was a little, that's because I've not had any videos here lately of me just doing a whip and chat. Shame on me. So, we are going to look at some of my completions that I have done for some of the events that has took place this year that I have not shared because I have been busy. Not an excuse. Doesn't take that long to do a video. I know. Okay, so some of this stuff I don't remember where I bought it. I don't have a link. Sorry. So, this is my double cheeseburger, and I did this for Laura's event for Crafty Chef Diamond. Her event was, oh my gosh, her event this was back in May, because she did her 2-year celebration and it was food. So that's what I did this for, this cheeseburger. Okay, and I think I got this, I might have got this in Temu. I don't know. Alright, so this one is a Diamond Art Club, and I don't think they even have this one anymore. I don't know. If they do, I'll link it, but if not, then, you know, I don't, sorry. But this one was fun to do. This one was fun to do too. Even though this is a budget-friendly cheapo, hey, it's cute and it was fun. I liked it. Alright, so this one is Diamond Art Club. This was called Coffee Cup. That is who it's from. It's a 22 by 22. And it had 18 colors. And it was very easy, very relaxing to do this one. I do like that they had the ABs just kind of scattered in here. There was only one AB in this canvas. So, yeah. So, this one was also for the May event, the 2-year celebration of food. Okay. So, this one... Now, this is also a budget-friendly. I don't remember where I got it from. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I got this one from Paint Some Way, April of 2023. So, y'all, I've had this one for a minute. But if y'all been following me, you know I love Boston Terriers. I have 2 Bosty babies. They're my babies. I got 2 boys, Booger and Buster. And every once in a while, I will put a little clip of them up there. But anyway, this had 28 colors. There was no ABs or anything charted for this. I added them myself. And this canvas I did for Wendy's, for the May event with Wendy. Well, actually, it was her own event. This one was not with Diamond Paint with Friends 2.0. It was, she did her event separate. But I think, what was, it was, I will not desert you, I think is the hashtag and the, the name. Good God, where's my words? Anyway, that was the name of her event. Okay, so I did this with the milkshake because it's a dessert. But I did add some ABs, and you can see I did some ABs in the glasses and in these cherries, and just sporadically, randomly, threw some in the milkshake. But I thought it turned out pretty cute. Alright, so there's that one. Okay, so this one, I did this one for, let's see. This one was for last month. This was for June that I did. And this was for Amy's Sparkling Diamond, Amy's Sparkling Diamond painting thing. But her event, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here reading this. Her event was for plant and garden, so it was anything that was gardening, plants, you know, anything like that. So I did this one. Now, I got this one off of Amazon back probably 3-4 years ago, and it was just in my stash, and I hadn't done it. But it had 37 colors. I added ABs, and I thought it turned out pretty good. And it says, "Howdy, y'all." And it's got all these little succulents, and there is a good Lord, I cannot talk. Anyway, you can see what's in here. But I thought it was fun. I liked it, and I love how it turned out. And the sparkle, even on just the regular drills, I mean, it's pretty sparkly. So it looks pretty good. All right, so that was that one. Okay, so this one is for Laura and Nancy's event that they're doing right now, the Disney event. Okay, so my interpretation, because I do have a few Disney canvases, but they're huge, and because I'm doing the miniature, I was trying to juggle both of them, and y'all, I hate whips. I hate having a whip, so I try not to. So I did this one, and this is Rex from the Toy Story, if he was real. That's what I'm calling it. And if you have ever watched Toy Story, you know the dinosaur, the T-Rex dinosaur in the movie. His name is Rex. And yeah, so that's that's what I am interpreting this to be, is Rex from the Toy Story. And I love him. I love him. He's so funny. And he was fun to do. And it's just a little 30 by 40. And again, this one, I believe this was actually, I did get this from Amazon, but this was in I think it was in one of those blind boxes that I did a review for a company, and they sent me like 10 random canvases. This was in there. So, that's what I did. Okay. So, here is my favorite, y'all. Okay, so this is how I got all these new subscribers. And y'all, I do thank you all who has subscribed. I love all my subscribers, not just the new ones. But I did a unbagging video for this company, which is called Italia Diamante. Ooh, I think I just screwed that up. On Creations on Canvas, okay? Catherine is the owner, and this is her stuff, okay? These palettes she calls her Diamantettes, and I did a unboxing for her spring palette, okay? That video went freaking cuckoo. I did one of the canvases, and y'all, if you did not get a spring kit, I am so sorry, because it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It's so nice. So nice. And you see she has the borders. They come out. They don't, it's not white all the way around. Now, she does have her Harvest and Winter palettes are still available. So, if you want them, you best go get them, because I don't think she's restocking. Okay? But these are awesome. But I did this one because I wanted to see how her palettes were, how the drills were. She uses resin drills. They're all square. Every canvas, every one of her palettes, her Diamantettes, in each kit has 2 fairy dust, okay? I know there was some confusion on that, but they all have 2. All of them have 2. But yeah, this is all of her stuff is her creations. Everything is licensed through her. She has the canvases themselves. She calls the Brilliance canvases, and they are very thick, felt, soft, serged, everything. Okay, everything. They are her babies, and they are licensed and patent to her. Okay, so there was this one, and this one was just, it was just the rabbit, and this was palette 1 of her spring and Easter palettes. So there's that. Okay, I hope you are still with me. So here's what we are going to do. I am getting ready to kit this one up. This is the one. This is just one of the 11 palettes, canvases of the Harvest palette from Catherine. Okay, and again, it says up here Diamonds on Canvas because that is her old logo. She has revamped her whole business, and now it is called Italia Diamante Creations on Canvas, and this is out of her fall palette. Again, she still has some. I'll leave a link in my description box for her, but the only way you can order these is if you message her either on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. That's the only way you're going to get these. She does not have a store. There's no Etsy store. There's no website. This is through YouTube. You can email her through YouTube. You can message her through Instagram, or you can message her through Facebook. It's the only way you're going to get them. And you better go get them because they're running out. So, I am going to kit this one up. And this is the one that I am going to do for Arietta's event next month for her Harvest and Home. Now, this has got 19 colors. This is what they look like. They are individually bagged. You've got the Harvest palette number 7. And right here it says Harvest palette number 7. That's how you know that these go with this canvas. They are square. They are resin drills. So when I do kits that are already bagged up in baggies, I leave them in the bags. But you can see that she has got them numbered, 1 through 19. The DMC number's on the bag. The weight is on the bag. But this is how I kit up. And I know some of y'all are going to go, oh my gosh. But this is how I do it. Number 19 is a Y. That's all I do. And then I don't have to go search for a number and then search for the drill. Why make it any harder? Easy peasy. So this is all that I do on baggies. I don't mind working out of the bags at all. I really don't. So, okay. So, I hope you're all still with me. I hope y'all got a snack and some drinks. And just gonna hang out with me while I do this. So what can we talk about? Now that I got all of the housekeeping, I think I got everything. The biggest thing is, join the group. Join the Facebook group. It is fun. We've got quite a few in there. We're almost at 500. I think we need maybe 50 more people to make it to 500. And then I think Laura said she was going to do a giveaway. I don't know what her giveaway is going to be, but I'm sure it'll probably be pretty good. And I love when a kit does this. Number 2 is a 2. 1 is a 1. Makes it so much easier. Alright, so done. That's all I got to do with that. I'm just going to put these back in here. I've got one of those baggie holder slot doohickeys that you just set your drills in, your bags of drills in. I got one of those. I got it off AliExpress maybe a year ago, but I hardly ever use it because usually if I'm doing the bags, I just throw them in a pile, and I'll just grab a bag, do, whatever the section is that I'm working on, and then when I'm done with it, I'll throw it to the side and make a new pile, and then I just go back and forth. So, there's that. So that is for Arietta's event next month, Harvest and Home. And I'm going to move that because this one is what I'll be doing for the Mykathon. And if you've been with me, you know I am a huge Myka fan. She is my favorite by far. Now, I do have other favorites, but Myka, she's just my #1 favorite artist. Oh, I gotta get another drink. So, yeah, I love all of her stuff, and I have been searching and searching for Cynthia, Dreamer, Remember Me, and, oh my God, the one with the tiger. Is it Sam and something, I think. Good Lord, I can't believe I forgot it. And also, I have been looking for Dreamcatcher. Those I am really, I love them and I want them. But they're all discontinued through Diamond Art Club, so you can't get them no more. And I have searched high and low on the D-Stash groups, and I cannot find them. Or, when I do find it, I either don't have the extra to get the canvas, or somebody freaking beats me to it. Ugh. That is so aggravating. Alright, so what I'm going to do, y'all, I've had Jules and Vern in my stash since 2021, 2022, something like that. So, this is how I do these, okay? I've got these knockoff Elizabeth Ward thingies here. Y'all, I don't know. But what I do is I get these little ones first that doesn't have very much in it. And I just kind of start here and I work my way up. And for these are the 310s. I think there's more. Yeah. There's actually some more. Okay. So I've got 6 bags of 310. And what I usually do with these is I get one of my big cat-proof trays, and I'll dump about 2 or 3 bags of them in here, and they just stay in here. And then when I need the black, I just get the tray and I use the tray. So these will all go in there. Alright, so what I am going to do is I'm just going to, first off, I'm just going to cut these up. And then I'm just going to pick out the ones that are not so much in the bag. And we'll do them first. So, y'all, I had a major flipping scare this week, y'all. Oh, my God. Okay, if you are a pet lover and you have got pets, you know. You're gonna know. But my little booger butt, I forget that I have some new people. Okay, so I have got 2 Boston Terriers. They're both male. I have one by the name of Booger, and one's name is Buster. Okay, Booger is the oldest, but he is the smallest. They're not brothers. They're not, they didn't come from the same litter or nothing. They're just, they're just brothers, Brother from another mother. So, anyway, Booger's birthday is in December. And he is 3. Okay, he'll be 4 in December. Well, Buster just turned 3 last week. And so they're about 6 months apart. And they are the funniest. Oh my God. Buster, he is a clown. He really is. And a Booger, he is more laid back and more, I don't want to say grumpy, but he would almost be a grumpy old man. Okay? But he's sweet as he can be. But when you get on his nerves, he's going to let you know. And then, like I said, Buster, he's just a bumbling ball of energy. That is for sure. So, what happened was okay, I deal with insomnia. Okay, some of y'all know that, some of you don't. But anyway, I have got extremely bad insomnia. And I also have acid reflux. And so I take, and sometimes I have to get up in the middle of the night and go sleep, or try to go to sleep in my recliner. Okay, the boys, Buster and Booger, they sleep with us, okay? And they take and they sleep with us. They are my shadow. Anywhere I go, they go. Well, the other night, I did not want them in the living room with me because they want to sit up on top of me. It's so uncomfortable. And so I blocked off my living room so they couldn't come in there. Well, when my husband got up that morning, he went to the living room. The boys went to the living room. He let them out to, do their business. And then I went back to the living room, or back to the bedroom. And I was just trying to get just an hour's more of sleep because I had not been to sleep. So I blocked off the bedroom. Well, Booger, my littlest, so to speak, he's the littlest. Well, he gets all upset because he's not in there with me, which I don't mind Booger in there. Buster is the one, he's just so rowdy, and he wants to play, and then he gets Booger going, and then it's like, well, hell, I might as well just get up. So, anyway, I took and, I blocked off my bedroom. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk and concentrate. And that's just two things I can't do at the same time. But anyway, I blocked off the bedroom. The next thing I know, I think I'd been asleep maybe 20 minutes. And the next thing I know, my husband is yelling. And I mean yelling for me to come here. Something's wrong with Booger. Something's wrong with Booger. So I jump up. I wear glasses. So I jump up. I grab my glasses. So I could see. I go into the living room. And Booger is having a seizure. Oh my God. I was about to die. He's done this one other time. But we didn't know that it was a seizure. The other time that he did this was a year ago. Just almost exactly a year ago. We had took and went to the vet because June is his month for getting his yearly shots. His rabies and kennel cough and, all the shots. So we took him he had just went to the vet, got his shots and stuff 2 weeks prior to this happening. So the first time he ever had a seizure, we were at the vet. Like I said, it was a year ago. And, what had happened was this little girl had just come in with her mom, and I was sitting over by myself. There wasn't very many people in there, in the vet, in the waiting room. And I had Booger sitting in my lap. And the little girl, Booger is not used to being around any kids. Long story. But anyway, the little girl just came and was just like charged Booger, okay? Which I didn't say anything, but I was thinking, really? Her mom was sitting right there, and what if Booger had been ferocious, or you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why, but anyway, okay, that's just, I'm not even going to go there. So, anyway, this kid come screaming and running at me and Booger. And when she did, Booger jumped out of my lap and fell. When he hit the floor of the vet's office, his feet just kind of went out from under him and he fell. And we thought that, when he did it, he just drew up and he started shaking. So I grabbed him up. I started screaming like some kind of fool. People were looking at me like I had done lost my mind. But I had, because it scared the crap out of me. And yeah, I took and picked him up, screaming at the people at the desk. They come running out from behind the desk. I hand Booger over to him. And so they take him to the back immediately and to see what was going on. They're asking me what happened. I mean, it was crazy there for about 10 minutes. Well, they decided to keep him for the day for observations in case he did it again or if there was an issue. But they thought that maybe it was because he had knocked the breath out of him and that's why he did it. Well, apparently not, because I'd be darned if we didn't take him to the vet 2 weeks ago, gets his yearly shots, and then, like I said, my husband was yelling and screaming, come here, something's wrong with Booger. I go in there, and he is having a full-blown seizure. Don't know how, don't know why. My husband said that he thought they heard me getting up because both of them were laying in the floor, all sad because they couldn't come in the bedroom with Mama. And Booger and Buster, he said they just jumped up. And he said the next thing he knows is Booger just starts stiffening up his legs and was trying to walk, and his legs, it was like he was like teetering, going left to right, and he wasn't like full on convulsions or nothing, but he was shaking. And he had, when I got into the living room to see what was going on, his legs were all stiff, and then his mouth was, he had his jaws shut tight, clenched together. And I told Shane, my husband, I said, he's having a seizure. He is having a flipping seizure. I stayed calm through it because, I'd seen him do it before. This is the first time my husband had ever seen it. And he's never done it since, a year ago. So off to the vet we go. And they did blood work. They said that his liver count was high, but it could have been because of the seizure. It wasn't what they call the grandma seizure, which is a full-blown seizure where they are, foaming at the mouth. They are, fall over on their side, and they are convulsing, and, they urinate and defecate on themselves, and, it was not that bad. Like I said, he was just shaking really hard. His legs, everything was stiffened up, and it was scary. It was scary because Booger is my baby. He's my baby, and it scared me to death. Well, I have to give him, well, like I said, his liver count was high, real high. But the vet said it could have been due to the seizure, which caused his liver count to go up, or he had the seizure because his liver count was too high. We don't know. So they put him on a pill that I have to give him once a day on an empty stomach. Oh, God. And that is so hard because he won't take nothing. He is too smart for his own good. And he gets on my dang nerves with it because even with his heartworm, flea and tick, all those chews that you give him every month, he won't take them. We ended up getting them the shot that you can get once a year for their heart protection. because it is just too big of a hassle to give him medicine. He won't do it. He won't eat it. He won't, nothing. So we now do the once a year shot for the heart health, and then we do every 3 months flea and tick pill. Okay, so then that way, you know, we only have to deal with him once every 3 months, trying to get him to take his medicine. Because I mean, he is flipping stubborn. So I told the vet, I said, look, he's not going to take no pill. I have tried everything. I have tried peanut butter, cheese, Vienna sausages, bologna, chicken, the pill pockets. I've even crushed them up. I've tried yogurt. I've tried ice cream. No. Nope. He won't do it. Won't do it. He will sniff it and walk off. And he will not eat for the whole night. Because I've even done that. I've even been like, well, you know, he'll either eat it or starve. Nope. He starves. He will starve. And he is so stubborn, and it makes me so dogged mad. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I am having to chop these pills up in a powdered form, and I'm having to put just a little bit of water in it just to liquefy it, suck it up in a syringe, and hold him down and shoot it in his mouth and make him swallow it. And he knows it's coming. As soon as he sees me coming in there, he goes and he hides, and it's just an ordeal. And I don't know really why he's like that, because I mean, as soon as we got him, he was like 12 weeks old, I think, when we first got him. And we went straight to the vet. Soon as we picked him up, we went straight to the vet and got him started on all of his shots and, you know, everything. So it's not like we just started trying to give him something. So I don't know. And I'm just hoping and praying that when we go back in a month, I have to take him back. They're going to do more blood work to make sure, to see what it's going to say about his liver count. If his liver, if the liver count has dropped and it looks good, then she told me that basically it's just going to be one of those, well, if he has another seizure, bring him back in. But they're not going to monitor him because, like I said, she didn't know if it was just possibly that, you know, the count went up because he had a seizure. And we don't know why he had it. We just don't know. So she said that if his liver count is still elevated, then he is going to have to go on medication for the rest of his life, and I'm going to have to give him a damn pill every day for the rest of his life. So I am praying that his count comes back good, because, oh Lord, he's going to hate me. He is absolutely going to hate me. Because he does. He won't have nothing to do with me for a couple hours after I give him the pill. And it breaks my heart. It does. And I make their dog food, because that was one of my questions. I was like, they don't eat kibble. I actually cook their dog food. And every 2 weeks, I go to the grocery and I buy a 5-pound bag of the skinless, boneless chicken breast, and I get a package of stew meat. I get a 3-pound bag, or 3 pounds of hamburger meat, 3 pounds of turkey, and then I get a pack of beef liver. I get carrots. Sometimes I'll put broccoli. Sometimes I'll put spinach. I get sweet potatoes, zucchini, squash, and apples, blueberries, and I make their food. I cook it. Sometimes I'll put rice, and I'll do a couple of, I'll make beef broth, because I'll take a couple beef bouillon cubes and I'll make them some broth so that it's not just, dry food. Oh my God, I didn't even see what that was. Oh my God, I knew I'd do that. There it is. Okay. Whew. But anyway, so twice a week, or twice a month, I make their food. And I make a great big huge batch, and it will last them because I measure it. I measure it with measuring cup, and we feed them once a day. And I'll take it. I've got these freezer microwave safe plastic containers that I take, and was that 3? Yeah, that I take, and I'll measure it, stick it in their bowls, and then I'll put a 1 or a 2. 1 is booger, 2 is buster. And then that's how I label it, and I stick it in the freezer. And then every day when I get up and I go in there and I fix my coffee, I automatically go to the freezer and I'll take one of their containers each out and set it on the counter and let it be thawing for the day, so that when it comes time for them to eat, it's thawed out enough to where I can microwave it a little bit and feed it to them. And then I'll take a can of sardines in water, and I split the can between both of them, juice and all. And that's what they eat. That's what they eat every day. And believe me, y'all, sometimes I wish I had never started it, because I ain't even kidding. It kills me when I do make their dog food, because it takes me a good anywhere between 3 to 4 hours to make this from start to finish. And by the time I'm done, my back is killing me, my legs, my feet, everything. So yeah, it would be just so much easier just to be able to pour a bag of kibble in a bowl and hand it to them and them eat it. It really would be. But now I've started this, well, I mean, I've been doing this now for over 3 years, so that's what they're used to, and that's the only thing they're going to eat. I've tried to give them kibble, because at one time I was going to wean them off of the real food and, try to get them on kibble. But yeah, it didn't work. And I have gone through all the different kinds of food, all the different names, from the cheapest gravy train to the most expensive. I have done kibble. I have done freeze dried. I have done. There's not any brand that I haven't tried, and I end up giving it away because they won't eat it. They refuse to eat it. And again, I tried they'll either eat it or starve. They won't eat it. Will not eat it. So, back to making their food I went. And it's not that bad. And it's more, you know, at least I know what is going in their food. And there's no, you know, weird stuff or anything that's bad for them. Because I even looked up after all of this, and the vet told me that it could have been due to his liver count being up. I Googled, you know, what are the best foods to feed my dog to help with bring his liver count down. And it's salmon, blueberries, I think it said Brussels sprouts, spinach, sardines, all that stuff. And I'm like, well, hell, I'm already putting that stuff in their food. So yeah, now I'm just a tad. I'm really kind of worried about what his test results are going to be next month when we take him, because I just hope everything turns out good. I really, really do. So that was my excitement for this week, and I am doing this whip and chat on Wednesday. I think what today is, the 23rd, 24th, something like that. And well, I guess it was last week. It was Thursday. I think it was last Thursday when this happened, because we are on day 8, I think, of him taking the medicine. And I mean, he doesn't act nothing like, you know, everything's fine. I don't know what y'all's problem is. You know, that's how he looks at it. He's like, what in the heck's y'all's deal? So, but now I have found myself, like, watching him. Like, I'm afraid he's gonna have another one. So anytime he, like, is just, like, staring off into space or something, I just start looking at him. I'm like, oh, God. Is he going to do it again? Because if you've never been around a dog that has had a seizure, y'all, it's so scary. And like I said, he did this the one time a year ago. But we're not sure if it was a seizure or he just got the wind knocked out of him when he jumped out of my lap. So I don't know. But yeah, he's never done it before. I mean, he hasn't done it. I mean, nothing. He's his usual little self. So, I don't know. So, is anybody out there, do they all have dogs or cats or any kind of animal? Oh, and my daughter's cat, Jasper, he was a stray who came walking up here one day, and we started feeding him back well, I think it was before winter, so it had to have been last fall. We started feeding him, and then he started coming around more, and then it got to a point to where he was letting us touch him, and my daughter just fell in love with him, and he was a beautiful cat. He was very malnourished, but he was beautiful. And I named him Jasper, and we took him to the vet, got him his shots, got him all worked over. They did do blood work and seen that he had feline leukemia and feline AIDS. And the vet told us that, you know, it is common, and he can't give it to, cats can't give it to a dog, but he can give it to other cats through, you know, blood, saliva, anything like that. Because she told us, you know, we might want to, did I screw up? I did. Okay. This is an easy fix because it's just one. Or, well, process of elimination. So this one we don't know. We don't know what it is. Alright, because this one is $37.60. There's the sticker. Anyway, we'll figure it out. So we got him, you know, vet, took to the vet, got his shots, did all the things, and the vet told us he could last, you know, with his issues, he could last a year, a month, you know, there's no way for her to really tell, but told us to, you know, to keep him away from other cats. But I was like, well, you know, he's been around, there's a man that lives across the street from me, and he has got, oh my God, it is Cat Central over there. Which we kind of figure that's probably where Jasper came from. But if that's the case, then the guy's not feeding the cats. They're just roaming his yard. He's got some in his house, but he's probably got at least 20 in his yard. So we figure that's probably where Jasper went or came from, because he always keeps going over there. Of course, he's a male, and he's not fixed. But he keeps going over there. So I was like, well, if any of the cats, you know, they're already infected because they've already, you know, been around him, you know, I'm not going to make him stay in the house because he's not a house cat. And we tried that when we come home after spending almost $300 on a cat vet visit and blood work and shots and medicine. I didn't want him to go outside because I was like, well, you know, that's, you know, we just spent all this money and I don't want him to go outside, okay? So he stayed in the house for about 3 days. We feeding him, went, got a litter box, got litter, got food, all the things. And he just about ripped down 2 sets of blinds, window blinds, and 2 sets of curtains. Because he was wanting out. And by golly, he was going to go out. Come hell or high waters, he was going to go. So we let him out. So it just got to the point where he come home and he would eat, sleep, and then he'd get up outside and he'd go prowling. But we found him because we were like, well, wonder where Jasper's at. He's not been home. Well, my husband went out to the mailbox and we found him, or he found him. And I don't know, I guess he got hit by a car, but he was laying in the ditch and he was dead. So my daughter got all upset, and you know, I hated it for her. But that happened last week, and then danged if this didn't happen with Booger. So yeah, it's not been a fun month for us so far. And of course the 4th of July, you know, if you listen to my last whipping chat, Buster is terrified of loud noises, you know, shotguns, thunder, fireworks. So the 4th of July was a flippin' blast. Because he just, oh my God, crazy. So yeah, that's what's been happening in my neck of the world. What's happening in y'all's? Anything exciting? Anything crazy? Yeah, I hate that Jasper, but you know what, like my husband said, you know, we gave him probably the best few months of his life, because when he came up on our porch, he was skin and bones. I mean, skin and bones. And just gross. His eyes were like gross. Okay, so that is 413. That's what that is. So that's the last one I have other than the 310. And the 310 are going to go in here. But yeah, I mean, he was skin and bones, and we took him to the vet. We got him medicine for his eyes. We got him wormed. He ate like a freaking little king. So at least I hope he, you know, had a good life with us for a while anyway. Alright, y'all. Well, I don't even know how long I have been talking. Probably an hour and a half. Alright, so I am ready for my event, for that event of the Mykathon. I've been entering the Mykathon for the last 2 years. I think this will be my 3rd year doing it. So, yeah, if y'all like Mykathon and y'all want to enter the event, all you got to do is go, and JeniRose has got a Google Doc thing. All it is you just put your name and address in there, and it's all confidential. She's the only one that sees it, but she does it so because she's doing a giveaway. And then that way she will have your address so that if you win, she can just send it to you. Because she also, now, I don't know if she's going to do it this time, but in the past, she does random giveaways throughout the event. You don't ever know when she's going to do one. It'll just be random. She'll just pop up and be like, okay, we're having some shenanigans, and that's what she calls her giveaways, is she's going to do some shenanigans. And she might give away some putty or I don't know. It's her event, you know. Like I said, go check her out on Facebook. Just y'all go look in my description box, and you're going to find everything you're ever going to need for Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0. All the events, all the things. So, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Little chit chat. And I am ready for the Mykathon and for Arietta's event, Harvest and Home. And I am doing these two. So, alright, y'all. Please like, comment. I love reading y'all's comments, and I always comment back. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. Doesn't cost you nothing. And you never know what I'm going to be doing on here. So, alright. Check out my description box for all the links for everything that I talked about today. And I appreciate you all. And I thank you. And until my next video, I will see you all later. Bye, y'all.